Anderson Cooper 360. CNN, weeknights at 8 and 10 Eastern.
We begin tonight keeping them honest with thousands of people whose names we'll never know and one fallen man whose name we do. They are the tens of thousands of ordinary Syrians who stood up today, as they have for months now, against the regime that has arrested, tortured, and killed many of them. The regime that's tortured children, terrorized survivors, and is now lying to the world about it all. The fallen man whose name we do know is Basil Al-Sayid. Before the demonstrations, before the bloodshed, he was a carpenter. But for months now, he's had a second job, bearing witness. Camcorder in hand, he's documented the demonstrations and the deaths. He was just 24 years old when he died, shot, we're told, apparently by a sniper. As it was so many other times, his camera was taping at the moment of death, his own death this time. We're going to show it to you now. It's not particularly dramatic. You see no blood, no fight for life. This is how people die. If you've not been in war and what you know of death is from movies, you might think that death is more dramatic than it often is. In Syria, people die every day, shot in their homes, shot on the street, killed in detention. People die and the world does not stop. Some may mourn, but the world keeps spinning. Basil Al-Sayid died as he lived, with the camera in his hand, and like so many of his other videos, this too was posted on YouTube. That's him in the body bag, family and friends mourning him. In a country where the truth is as ugly as these pictures and silence is enforced under penalty of death, the only answer, dangerous as it can obviously be, is showing the pictures and breaking the silence and trying to tell the truth. Basil Al-Sayid lived and died trying to do that. He was murdered in a city that the Assad regime promised to pull troops out of, but instead has put snipers on rooftops and kept tanks in the streets. Here's what it looked like today, as seen by one of Basil's fellow citizen journalists and posted on YouTube. Opposition members say at least 35 people lost their lives today in demonstrations across Syria. The rallies are being called a crawl to Freedom Square because of all the sniper fire. That was Homs. This is what happened to protesters in a town farther to the east. This is all taking place with 75 Arab League observers on the ground. Sometimes, as it did today in the city of Idlib, shooting breaks out moments after they leave. Sometimes the shooting takes place right in front of the observers, one of whom, by the way, has become the focus of protests today. He's the former head of Sudan's military intelligence service and is accused of atrocities back home. The observers, you'll recall, were sent in to monitor promises by the Assad regime to pull forces out of populated areas, release political prisoners. Instead, as we all saw in the days before the delegation arrived, the military stepped up its assault on places like Baba Amir, and now opposition members tell the New York Times that the regime has started dressing troops as policemen to give the appearance of keeping its word, while continuing to target ordinary Syrians for extraordinary brutality. This is new video of security forces roughing up a woman in the town of Dara. Syria apparently taking a page from Egypt, where even women are targeted. Children are targeted as well. We've known that. We've seen that for months, taken and tortured. That's how this all started in that city, in Dara, 10 months ago. People from all walks of life can be rounded up for any reason, at any moment, simply made to vanish. Whether it's in the trunk of a car or the back of a van. Doesn't matter to the regime. They do it, and then they lie about it. But thanks to people like the late Basil Al-Sayid, their lies don't always go unanswered.